scripted, everything's loose. Raw and real, no excuse. From the weird to the profound, in their voices lost is found. Rants and riffs, they never stray. You tune in, can't look away. Cracking jokes, spinning yarns. Every episode disarms. Three guys, one pod, they shouting loud. In the noise, they get lost in the crowd. Spitting words, breaking molds. Stories told, lives unfold. Three guys, one pod, they shouting loud. In the noise, they get lost in the crowd. Spitting words, breaking molds. Stories told, lives unfold. Nothing scripted, everything's loose. Raw and real, no excuse. From the weird to the profound, in their voices lost is found. Rants and riffs, they never stray. You tune in, can't look away. Cracking jokes, spinning yarns. Every episode disarms. Three guys, one pod, they shouting loud. In the noise, they get lost in the crowd. Spitting words, breaking molds. Stories told, lives unfold.
Howdy. How's it going? Welcome, everybody. It is a beautiful Wednesday in the desert. Welcome to Three Guys.
The high desert?
The low desert.
The low
Which
desert.
desert is it? I don't know.
The
Some
low
desert.
desert.
Wherever you might be. Good evening, good
East
night.
of the Rockies.
East of the Rockies.
You're on
Hello.
the air.
Three Guys, One Pod, live. I am about 2 feet from RussFactor. Hello.
2
Russ.
feet.
Look
Look at this. That's my hand.
Oh, that was your hand? And I need to, let me, hold on just a second, stand by, maps.coog.com. Hold on, I'm Googling.
Because you're
Stand by.
less than
I've got
normal.
it. Do you think I am less? I think I'm almost equidistant from.
You think you're equidistant? I think you're at least like 300 miles closer.
We'll see. Directions driving from. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. Sorry about this, folks. We are just. I want to be accurate. It would take me 21 hours and 58 minutes. It gives me in kilometers. I'm not gonna do that. 1,436.
So you are like equidistant.
I am equidistant.
Wow. No closer to Fleshy P.
But-
Hi, Fleshy P.
Hi, Fleshy P. How are you?
What up? I'm doing great. How are you guys?
I felt like I was going to be closer to you, but I'm actually almost further. But that is no lie right now. You are directly, like if I was to go outside RussFactor's front porch or up on his deck up top and look straight up,
There you are.
that's where Fleshy P would be.
If you were to go outside right now and piss, you'd hit my porch.
If I was to go outside and shake the dew off this lily, he would be. So when I do that in Wichita, you're up and to the left.
Up and to the left. Now you're just straight up.
Straight.
Straight up.
Straight as the night is long.
There you go. There you go.
That's interesting that it's 1,436. Let me see what it.
What it is from Wichita,
Let me see.
the air capital of the world.
The air cap. 1,646.
So you are like 200,
200
miles. So I
miles
said
closer.
300, like three or four. Yeah, you're like barely nothing.
222 miles.
Barely nothing. A plane flight would be the same amount of time, basically.
I'm a 24-hour drive.
Because you
from
know a
Fleshy.
plane ride up there would have to head like straight west first and then go up. Here you're just heading straight up.
Right.
Yeah. So the plane ride would be the same.
The reason I knew that it was semi-close is because Socks, she lives in or around Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'm in Wichita. And her plane ride from where she is from, Seattle,
Yeah.
is almost the exact same time as our plane ride from Wichita, which is
interesting.
wild to me.
It's nothing like my plane ride.
What's yours? 45 minutes?
They don't even pass out the drinks anymore. They fly there so fast.
Speaking of Vegas, we'll be in Vegas again. I'm gonna try to get an extension, maybe by a day or maybe a day and a half. I'm not sure. For sure, I'm gonna be there the 4th through the 7th.
You
of
let me
December.
know if you want me to do that, because I always get the tickets that let me. So
Are these like weed or are these like legit gummies?
I think those are legit.
Like cough drops?
Yeah, those are safe for you.
I mean, God forbid I'd have to
Have you one.
have me one, and next thing I know, I'm on my ass. Been
Just have half of one to start.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a corner like Nat Cat. I have had a glorious work trip down here so far. Leave tomorrow. So been able to do this live at RussFactor's cave is quite the treat.
Yeah.
Quite the treat. So
yeah, we
All right.
we had a little stream Sunday night, and we had a stream last night, but we can't talk about last night's stream.
right, we're not going to talk about
It had to be there.
Had to be there. It's a good one. We did have a surprise guest.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere, huh?
So
Story of your life these days.
yeah, so I went to Kansas City with Papa John Slots.
That was a treat too. That was a treat. I was like, oh, he's with Papa John.
It was a treat.
He's close to my heart, Papa John.
Near and dear.
Near and dear.
Both near and dear.
I was hoping he's gonna be down in Vegas.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he is.
I mean, there's 7 casinos in greater Kansas City area.
Yeah.
We're doing a little casino hopping, casino crawl as it was titled, and one of those casinos we ran into the great Dana Wise 46.
Been a while.
Has been. She
Been a
was
while.
stalking me. Gave me, the once over. Found me. Said hello. I ended up talking to her for about an hour.
Yeah.
And then, about 2 million
Who was
people.
that person who was with her? Is her daughter or something?
No, it's her cousin.
Her cousin.
Yeah, Christelle. It's good to see her too.
She
I've
seemed
seen her.
nice.
Yeah, she was nice. And then I come down to Phoenix, Greater Phoenix. What's 5 million people in this metro, Greater Phoenix?
Whole bunch.
Whole bunch.
Whole bunch.
Bunch of casinos. 5, 6,
And we hopped to one of the 9 casinos down here.
9. Okay.
Something like that.
And this casino's way off the beaten path. It's not like it's in the center of town.
Yeah, there's like 4 closer to
Right.
where our special guest came from.
And we ran into the one, the only Laura Miles Slots.
We ran into Laura Miles Slots. I hadn't seen her since, like, we were all down here with Bubba.
Been a while. As Aaron Lewis said when he was with Stained.
Hmm?
Been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Interesting. It's good to talk
We used to
both
sing
of
about
them.
that because that song got played for like fucking a year and a half, and my lyrics were, "It's been a while since I heard a goddamn new Stain song."
Right. And still that way, actually. Has anybody heard a new Stained song?
No, that was the last one. That was the last one they did.
I think it's still going to be a while.
It's gonna be a while.
It's going to be a while.
But yeah, we ran into Laura Miles. She seemed to be doing well, looked good. Seemed like she was having a good time, and we wrangled around the casino with her for a little bit, and
Yeah, we went upstairs.
she showed me a special smoking balcony where you can take your drink.
You can take your drink
Take your
because
drink up
normally
there.
it's a smoke-free casino.
Yeah, and then you go out right outside front, but you can't take your drinks out front.
Brian Christopher Slots would really love that casino because it's non-smoking.
Well, he'd
prefers-
love all these casinos.
They're all non-smoking.
They're all non. I found out. I remembered I was telling you there was one. It was when we went down to Harris, down in Maricopa,
Oh yeah.
where I got
yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had a big giant.
People still get that?
I did. But this thing that I came back from Vegas with, I feel like it was 3 times worse than COVID. The slots of fun cough.
Oh yeah.
Way worse than COVID.
It probably was.
Way worse. And like COVID to me, I just felt the same for 2 weeks. Like this, I got home like 2 weeks later. I was still like, man, why does my chest still hurt? Why do I still have this cough? But yeah, we went down there, and they got a little section where you can smoke. They got a little high limit and a little roped off area of non-high limit. that you can smoke in, and that's it now because we went smoke free in Vegas, and I've talked about. I'm not proud of being a smoker, but I'm a smoker. But man, non-smoking casinos, something about them, man.
I was gonna say I think that I've just kind of grown used to it more and more because it's happened.
It doesn't
more and
smell
more.
like shit in there.
Because when I go to Wichita, the one that I go to, my home field, you just like it stinks.
Yeah.
And you stink. You stink.
I can't handle smoking. Like BC, ever since they took smoking out of any public space, we can't even smoke in the bars here.
Oh, that's
which
been forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a bad adjustment. You know, you missed it. But then when you get
I think
used
honestly,
to it,
bars got hit the worst because I worked.
They did,
I worked in
yeah.
the service industry when all that was going down. I
What'd you
lived in
do,
Kansas.
Russ?
I worked at the Stooges.
Okay.
Your dad's
Free?
favorite place. That's where I got to know your dad. And that one time that I was on my laptop and he told me he was going to call the cops because he knew I stole it.
It's a man of few
I
words.
was like, go sit down, Jack. I'm fine. This is my laptop.
Man of few words.
I wonder what the cops are going to have to say about this.
Yeah, that was a very interesting. That was kind of when I was in college. They stopped smoking in bars, or just thereabouts after.
Yeah. But yeah, casinos. Like I said, I'm a smoker, and in Vegas, I'm enjoying myself, lighting up, having a few cigarettes here and there. But here in Phoenix, I'm fine going outside. It's nicer. It smells great. My wife's like allergic to that shit, so
You or the smoke?
both.
Mm.
You had to ask.
it's nice too, you know, because it gives you a break, right?
Yeah.
Go outside, get some fresh
And I
air.
love going out and getting fresh air and
Light
hanging
a
out,
smoke.
and taking a peek at the
Yeah.
dark because it's always dark when I'm in a casino. You know, you don't see shit. But yeah, like
Give you a little time to recoup. You know, you're not so quick to stuff the cash in the machine. You go and have a little peek to see what you got left. You know what I'm
rethink
saying?
your decisions a little bit.
Fleshy P, it sounds like you've got a little bit of a cold. You okay?
I'm a little stuffy.
Yeah, what's
I was
going
in a-
on? Just is it
The
is
weather changing.
is it really snowing up there?
That's what happened to me here. After I got rid of Slots of Fun Cough, the weather changed, so I went through that.
Is it?
Yeah.
is it-
I was in the little sleepy mountain town of Fernie, British Columbia today.
Ooh, I got
And
What are they famous for?
snow.
There you go.
is that kind of up
Snow
in
and
in
they
the-
got the ski hills there. That's about what they're famous for.
It was 28 degrees there.
Chili.
Fahrenheit?
Chilly Fahrenheit. Yeah.
28,
Wow.
28C would have been a little warm.
Yeah. Ask and you shall receive. Very first thing Google says is, what is Fernie, BC known for? Fernie is famous for as a powder town with over 30 feet of snow.
Oh, sorry.
Fleshy P just
Sorry.
said.
Sorry.
You were exactly right, Fleshy P. Did you really know that that's what they're known for?
No, I just guessed.
That's what it says, the very first thing on Google. Fernie is famous for a powder town with over 30 feet of snow annually during the winter season, November to April.
I got to bring this in for our regular show. It's out here in the main studio.
Fernie Alpine Resort is a world-class ski and snowboard destination. Prominent peaks and ranges include the Lizard Range, Three Bears, Mount Fernie, and Three Sisters.
Well, there you go.
You bet. And I pass by it every Tuesday. I'm there every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, Fleshy
Every
P
Tuesday.
just goes on by.
If you want to meet Fleshy
Oh, that
P,
means I was there yesterday.
you want to meet Fleshy P, you head on down there on Tuesdays. You'll see him. Guaranteed.
Fleshy P, you guarantee. Fernie is
I
the
was there
city.
yesterday. I got my days mixed up.
Fernie is a city of Elk Valley area east of the Kootenai region of southeast BC, Canada.
Well, there you go.
They do get them a lot of snow. Speaking of Canadians, I saw that the voice of Inspector Gadget, not Inspector Gadget, Chief Quimby, the voice, Canadian actor Dan Hennessy passed away.
Oh, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Oh.
Do you know who he was? Another famous Canadian actor.
What else did he do?
He did George Raccoon on the Raccoons, Father Bear on Little Bear, and Braveheart on the Care Bears.
He was, he's on Alf too, huh? Oh. What did he do on Alf?
No, he was just on the cartoon Alf. He was a cartoon voiceover
Cartoon Alf.
actor.
I never saw Cartoon Alf. Never saw that Cartoon Alf.
I love
Speaking
Alf.
of Inspector Gadget, that was Don Adams that was Inspector Gadget. Am I right?
What character was he on the Elephant Show?
What'd you say, Fleshy?
Don Adams. He was the voice of Inspector Gadget.
Was he the guy that was the? Oh yeah.
Missed it by that much.
Is that
Oh,
that guy?
shit.
By that much.
He's the voice of the Sentinel in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes. Fuck yeah.
Right up.
Fighting
Oh,
game
yeah.
we play.
Right up. RussFactor's game alley.
Yeah. He was a big, huge voice actor. Look,
Little-
he was in X-Men, the 90s cartoon.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Cartoon.
Oh,
Yeah, he was.
they had a cartoon, Ace Ventura, Pet
I
Detective.
mean, that's all this dude did. He was in Super Mario. I never watched it. I remember. You remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show with the two real life guys,
No,
and the one guy was a wrestler.
no,
You don't remember that? Oh
no.
no,
That wasn't on my radar.
dude.
Let's see it.
Yeah, that's
Captain Lou Albano. Is that really him?
Yes. Yeah.
Captain
Absolutely.
Lou Albano. I remember Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah, this is like 1989, 1988. Good stuff.
I vaguely remember that show.
Yeah, that was the good one. They had like other ones that were like on Saturday because I'm a little younger by a few years, but they had other ones. But I wasn't even interested in those when they did like the Super Mario Brothers 3 show, but the Super Mario Brothers Super Show with these two dudes, and then it went to an animated, like they did a little segment at the beginning and then in the middle. But it was animated. You saw two shorts that were fully animated, but they still voiced the characters.
Go
in the
back
animated
really
version.
quick. That's not Captain Lou Albano.
Oh, no,
But it said
it's,
he was in it.
But
Just scroll up or back, one of the two.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Let me just go into here.
Right there, Lou Albano down there.
Yeah, he was Mario.
Really was him.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Good stuff. I got it on DVD if you want to borrow it one day.
I was just used to him with the rubber bands and his goat,
Yeah, he was Super Mario.
his goatee.
He had the rubber bands hanging off his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had rubber bands in his earrings.
And then,
Is Captain Lou Albano still alive?
Danny Wells was
Go.
was Luigi.
Go back real quick. He died in 2009.
And Danny Wells died in 2013.
I don't know who that guy is.
He was like in a bunch of stuff. He looked like that in a lot of like old sitcoms and stuff.
I never remember that.
You remember so much.
I know, but I didn't watch any of that shit.
He was a Canadian fella.
Everybody that's a famous actor is Canadian.
Yeah.
We already talked about that with Fleshy P, our Canadian
He was in the
resource.
Jeffersons. That's where I remember him from.
Click on that. What did he do on the Jeffersons? Charlie the bartender?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I mean, I like George Jefferson. He must have played a bit part in that.
Yeah. He wasn't in all of them, but yeah, he was in 23 episodes. I said I remembered him being in there. But yeah.
Interesting.
Mind
I
blown.
I saw a couple of he's in Chips. I saw a couple of famous folks' houses for sale. I saw Gene
Here?
Wilder estate is for sale. I also saw that P. Diddy's having a mass dumpage. He's selling his jet. He's selling
Why?
his. I don't know.
What's going on with P. Diddy?
I don't know.
I don't like how quiet everything's been on that front, though.
It's pretty quiet.
Because his comeuppance are supposed to happen, in January or something?
His comeuppance?
Comeuppance. When's his trial set for? Or whenever they?
I don't know. I haven't really.
It's like next. It was an uncomfortably long amount of time for a lot to happen. I remember that. It's like when I heard about it, it was like that's 4 months from now. What the fuck?
I do see that he won a couple of things. I saw that the prosecution was ordered to delete or throw away all of the notes from the raid. There was 19 or 20 pages of legal notes. They had to destroy copies. Why would they have to destroy?
Why would they have to do that? That's just shows how corrupt our system is. Keep it all. Let's find
Keep it
out.
all.
Let's find out what happens.
Let it loose.
That's like the Diddy list. Is anyone really excited to see the Diddy list? I think we already know who's on the Diddy list.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think the thing is we want to hear, like, the court of law say this is the Diddy list, and then tell us the exact same list, and then like that just be canon at that point. If you look at life like a TV show, it has to be canon. Has to be official to the lore, you know.
In other news, I saw that Joe Exotic is hoping when Trump becomes president that he's going to get a pardon.
What? No way. I don't think Trump knows who Joe Exotic is.
Never know.
I don't know. I hear him talk about some people, and Trump's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, I don't think Trump knows who some people are.
All I know is if Trump doesn't pardon Joe Exotic, it's because of that bitch, Carol Baskin.
That fucking bitch, Carol Baskin.
That fucking bitch.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you have control of this.
Oh
for
no,
the
you
rest
got
of the
it.
show.
You've
Go
got
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
No, you just
put it
just
on-
blew
put it
your
over there next
nose.
to
You just blew your nose. You got that all that snot all over that bell. We're good.
You act like this is the first time we've hung out.
We're good. No, I'm just kidding.
I wrap it up real tight when I blow my nose too. Like I multi-layer.
What about your nose?
I said blow my nose
Oh.
on that one, so that doesn't work. I don't know why I thought about my dad when you asked that question. That's for another episode, though.
Did we reveal a deep, dark secret? I don't know what else is going on in the world. Fleshy P, what's going on up there in Canada other than it's cold? It's so cold.
It's so cold.
It's so cold.
It's getting chilly in the mornings here. You've been getting up early.
You know,
Folks
the
chill.
same thing going on up in Canada. We're just worried about you guys, you know? How are things going with politics?
I think we're fine. We're in limbo.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What do you guys think? Did you guys watch the Tyson fight?
No.
Tyson and Jake Paul. Oh my God.
I had a show that
missed a
night.
scam.
So we started. I was a pre-show and I was watching. It started, and Netflix servers absolutely fucking melted down here in the United States.
I wanted Netflix to have a successful go. And
Well, I hear it was fine during the main
it-
event.
It was terrible. The whole time it was terrible.
I
I think out
seen
here
the-
it was fine though, but
I
we're
think-
connecting to SJW. So
I think Bubba shared it on
San Jose.
TikTok. His stream was buffering like a mother.
Yeah,
And, mine buffered for about 10 seconds and then it was fine.
really.
Yeah, my buddy in the UK said their shit was fine the whole time too. But I think out here I was fine because by the main event they'd figured out San Jose, which is where I connect to for Netflix server. But you were connecting to like Dallas and shit.
It was
which-
brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
But out here, main event was fine. I guess I had a lot of people that said they watched it. But yeah, the whole lead up, it was bad. And
Mine
the way
was
Netflix,
opposite.
The way fucking Netflix buffers is you couldn't just sit there and outwait it.
Right.
Because once it hit it,
It logged
you
back.
had to back out
Yeah.
and then click back in
Go
and
back
then
in.
watch it. And it was in like 280p.
Yeah, it was bad. That's opposite of me because it worked absolutely perfect till about 9:55. The fight was at 10.
Yeah.
Our time, and then it just shit the bed, and the whole thing was buffering and buffering and buffering, and then the only time it was not buffering is when Mike Tyson walked away from kissing his kid, and you just saw his bare ass.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
one of
know,
the.
I was telling him, I was like, that son of a bitch stole my pants.
Do you think that was scripted?
No,
It seemed very scripted.
no, had no idea.
Those are my lawn mowing
He just-
pants.
He just totally forgot.
The cameraman zoomed in on it.
No, he zoomed up. Like he showed it. Like he walked away and he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he went up. I don't think it was scripted, but that would not have been scripted. The fight was scripted. The showing the ass not scripted.
That fight, man. Oh my god. I saw the point where Mike switched and Jake went in on him and basically said, "Bro, you got to settle down. Do you want to get paid?"
Mike went out with a vengeance, and he actually looked good for about the first minute.
Yep.
And then that second round, I mean, he just had rubber legs. It's weird how fast he still is, though.
Yeah.
He seemed to struggle even he was wearing the knee brace. He's 58 years old, and I mean, I'm not a boxer, but I can tell just by how winded they get.
Yeah.
It's an intense sport. Now you're exerting all your energy, but I seen highlights of it. I didn't notice it too much. I thought, what the fuck is Mike doing? Hit him, hit him. I kept yelling, hit him. He's open. And then they showed the highlights after of a lot of things you would miss when you watched it live. And you could see that there was a lot of hesitation when he went in to hit. He backed his hands back. It almost appeared that Jake was signaling him to do certain things.
When he went in on him after he got wailed on, Jake went in on him. And
that would have been
his
a classic Tyson hit. He had it open and it was there.
And that was after what I was talking about. Is something happened when Mike was fucking on fire, and Jake went in on him over on his right side, and a lot of people are saying, dude, he said something to him because Mike fucking like gave him a little hug, and then they backed up, and that was like the point where everything fucking changed.
I think that was the signal. If you hit me and hurt me, you're not getting that extra $5 million I promised you.
Right.
And he got a whap, man, because they keep showing the clip of that whap that he
hold on,
got
you guys
on
are
Jake.
talking over each other. I can't hear.
Holy
Say it
shit.
again. What? Start. No, Fleshy, you go. What'd you say?
All right.
I couldn't hear. You guys
I think
are
that
talking.
was the signal because Jake Paul, he told him he was going to give him $5 million extra if he could last 5 rounds.
Was that true?
Yep. And that's what I said. When he went in on him
Yeah.
after he got wailed, Jake fucking went up on him and was like up in him and like obviously hurting. And then Mike fucking gives him like a literally a little love hug on his head. And then the
Dundee.
whole dynamic of the fight was different after that.
What was the rules too? There's some kind of rule where Mike Tyson was, if he knocked him out in the first 2 or 3 rounds, that he wouldn't get paid.
Yeah, I heard that rumor too, but I don't think that was true.
I honestly think that it was do not knock me out.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many options for him to pound, and he just didn't.
And I honestly think Mike was there to set up his family.
He might have been.
This was his.
I mean, Mike's got plenty of money still.
Yeah, but with the money he got from here, that's an extra sweet little 30 minutes of time, you know?
Yeah. That's a
30 minutes
almost,
of your life to
that's
fucking
a guarantee,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, he can always go out, do a commercial for Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Yep.
Or whatever he wants to do.
Another little TV show or cartoon.
But
But I mean, the money was instant. It's guaranteed.
Because he
It
got a
was lump
signing
sum.
bonus
Yeah.
immediately.
as much as you hate Jake Paul, you got to give it to that guy because, I mean, he's like the new Barnum and Bailey.
His brother's a fucking dumbass,
Yeah,
though, the whole time.
He. I mean, how many millions of people watched that?
Bro, that shit pissed me off when they did the final verdict, and then fucking Logan's there behind him, and he knocked his hat off on purpose, and you could tell Jake was like, I fucking hate my brother right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I wish Mom would have let me keep him at home.
I think you're looking a little into it. I don't know if he hit it on purpose,
Oh,
but
dude, you could tell he knocked that
I
shit
think
off.
Jake Paul is actually, and I might get a lot of flack for it from people, but I do think he's an all right boxer.
yeah, he's not bad.
Well, Logan's
He's
a heel.
not bad at all.
That's my argument against that. Is Logan literally was there to solidify his WWE character, where he's just this. They both, but Logan really leans into it. Logan's whole gimmick is I want to be as hateable as fuck.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe.
But he's in the WWE.
I did like that Logan or Jake came out with Logan in the
car.
in the car and blasting Phil Collins in the air tonight.
That was a good one. I got to give him that. That was good. That was perfect.
That was. I think I didn't. Mine was like buffering, but Mike walked out to like DMX, didn't he?
I think so.
It was like we don't give a F
And then he tripped.
by DMX. I think it was pretty good. But in other news, I did see that, and I just saw it right up there too. Post Malone accidentally leaked that he will be headlining Coachella in 2025, April 13th, 2 weekends, April 13th, April 20th. He's going to be, he's having the big ass stadium tour, and accidentally leaked on his Instagram that he will be going around with Sierra Elizabeth Farrell and Jelly Roll 615.
You heading down for that? You're
Uh,
a big Post
no,
Malone guy.
Well, I am, but not his country shit.
Is that what he's doing for this one?
Well, if he's out with Jelly Roll, I'm guessing his
Is
country.
Jelly Roll
who's
country?
Who's Sierra? Sierra
The
Elizabeth.
1-2 step.
Not that girl.
Not that Sierra.
Let's see what this girl
Yelly
is.
be out there turning everybody country, even Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad, and I hear that he plays a bunch of his old stuff, but I don't know because he doesn't have enough country music. He's got an album, but yeah, this Sierra Farrell, she country.
She country.
Dollar Ball Bill.
So yeah, he's doing the Coachella country. I think country's going to be taking over Coachella at this point.
I mean, could it get any worse?
I mean, it was always kind of leaning towards the folk end of like
Hipster-
indie bands
hippie,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so
yeah.
country.
I think Posty's so good though; he can do whatever, and he makes it good. You know.
Not for Slotmaster.
You can suck a D with country music, man.
We heard it on the podcast. I was like, "What if you got free tickets?" And he said, "I give them to you." If it's Posty country, I don't want them.
If it's Posty, I mean, like if U2 came out with a country album, I wouldn't.
You'd be
want
like, "No, really? Do you think though?" Because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, that's how much I
I think
hate
Bono
country
would be
music.
more in the bluegrass country though, like the growing up country, not like hot country.
I don't know.
We'll have to see. I'll send a note.
I think
to
I
Bono
wanna-
and see
I
if he
wanna
can
hear
put one
that
out
now.
for you. I go. I got a theory to test, Bono. I need you to put out a country album.
Oh, RussFactor.
Really speaks to your soul. I want to see what Slotmaster thinks.
Oh, RussFactor.
He's your biggest fan, but country music really turns him off.
I did see I don't even know why I thought of this, but I did see my sister. She lives down in these parts, and her husband and my two nephew and niece. And they didn't know I was coming, the nephew and niece, and she was like, I rang the doorbell, and they started screaming like, "Oh my gosh, how are you?" And we walked in, and my niece is 9 or 10.
Is she saying like skibbity toilet and stuff
Yeah,
like
she
your
is.
kids?
And Pose 28.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she goes, shook her head. I go, what? And she goes, my mom told me. And I was like,
Your mom told you what?
told you what? She goes, you're a dummy. And I was like, my mom or your mom, my sister told you that I'm a dummy? And she goes, she told me about the tattoo.
And you were like,
I go, yeah, I'm a dummy.
yeah,
I am.
yeah.
She goes, I want to see it. And I go, okay. She's like, you're still a dummy. But it's neat. It's pretty funny seeing that. I was just looking at Post Malone's tats under his cowboy.
You got to pull that thing out from me.
What
I
about my tattoo?
I got to see it in person before you leave, and then your tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah, you can wait till Vegas if you don't want
No, I
to
can
take your
show you.
hoodie off. It's cold here in the valley.
It is a little chilly. I'll show you RussFactor.
Ooh, get it out.
Yeah.
Whoa! I said the shirt, not the pants. There you go.
Bud. It's
Don't forget to Diddy up.
It's healing nicely.
Here, let me move that mic out of the way just for a sec. There you go. There you go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. You got a license for those?
When I flex, the snakes move.
Aren't them guns illegal in Arizona?
They are.
No, they are not.
The
Fleshy D.
funny thing about it is I've had so many comments and questions and more so on like TikTok than YouTube, but a few. It's a real tattoo. It's real. Everybody's like, you're not that dumb. I am, actually. It's real, 100%.
I want to positively say in the most loving way ever, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Because it's real. And that's the proof. Come over here and try to scrub that motherfucker off.
It's almost healed. It's still a little. I'm in Monday and Tuesday. I was in itch mode.
Yeah, you got to rub that salve on it, huh?
Yeah, I've been rubbing some.
Yeah, I got some beard oil that says you can rub it on tattoos if you
Yeah,
want.
it's just a little.
Smells like a cedar forest or whatever.
Here's. I was at this conference today, and I posed this question to my wife and Socks. I'll pose it to everybody. What would you rather have to sit by for a 2-hour conference? Would you rather sit by somebody that has an exorbitant amount of cologne, or body odor?
Ooh, tough one.
Almost body
Is
odor.
it, well, what kind of body odor?
Not good. Like hadn't showered in 3 or 4 days and played a couple pickup basketball games at the YMCA with his fellas.
Fuck, that's tough,
Yeah.
man. Because the cologne's just out on your shit. Like the body odor, like, you know, if you're wearing like layers or a hoodie or something. I don't know.
It was a split decision.
That's what I'm saying. That's a really tough
Yeah.
one because like there's some
I'm gonna have to
variables
go
that play
cologne.
with the BO, but the
I gotta say
cologne
cologne.
is just sprayed on your shit.
You'd rather sit by cologne?
I think cologne.
No, I think I'd rather sit by
can't
the
handle
BO.
body odor.
But the BO could be so bad. But the cologne thing, because like, you know, and I think you'll get this reference too, is I grew up in the Catholic Church.
Okay.
And when every Sunday we'd go in there,
Yeah. Oh, yes. Go on.
all the perfumes and cologne.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the priest.
And then I went back and Father Doug, he wasn't into...
Smell like body odor.
He was into little boys because he got busted at Oak Park. But that's another story. But yeah, I would say split decision, but I feel like if the BO is just, you know...
I sat
If you-
by a guy for 2.5 hours today that had the most cologne on, and I had
Yeah.
a headache the rest of the afternoon.
And that's what I was saying. I grew up in the Catholic Church, so that's really like, you know, everybody just pound that shit on. It's like a little BO if you're wearing layers, and I'm not like super next to you or whatever. Like it's not permeating like you spraying that shit on your, putting that fucking cologne on your pulse points that just, you know, spread it like pheromones.
You know what
What's
else?
worse than that is when they're thick with the cologne, but you can still get that hint of the body odor.
Yeah, but I could.
And
I
then
could
you're like,
s-
what the fuck is going on
I
here?
can see why it was a split decision.
double
'cause
dip.
there's a lot to think about.
See,
Yo,
I don't like body odor at all because it like makes me like dry heave. But dry heave
Same.
is like, I think I could plug my shirt or plug my nose with my shirt like this, like cornholio kind of. And I don't know. But I mean, it was miserable. And then Monday, you got to pull this up on the interwebs, RussFactor. I got to meet Hall of Fame. I think he's Hall of Fame quarterback Steve Young from the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
And this guy has quite possibly the goofiest hair I have ever seen.
There you go. Look at that.
His other side.
I gotta get the other side. How am I gonna do it? Just go to images.
Just put Steve Young hair. See, okay, so see that little picture right there, right, that X one. That was the one they showed. Look, top left. See that part in his hair?
Oh, whoa!
It is.
It's so far down. It's like right here.
Oh, that's all I could stare at
Like
when I
my
was talking.
part's
to him.
like clear up here, but it's like right here.
It was like that Fleshy P. Did you ever see that movie Roxanne?
You bet.
And how they always told everybody, okay, when you meet Roxanne, don't stare at his nose. I should have been given some warning about not to stare at the part on Steve Young's hair.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that is when he was talking, that's all I could think about. I don't know if it was bad hair plugs or, I mean, that's the best. Just
What is that one?
go up and type in Steve Young hair part. I mean, it's like, it's on his left side and legit all I could think about and stare at.
Yeah, I don't think the internet's really down with.
I need to enter my picture that I took when he
Yeah,
was
you
on
really
stage.
gotta tweak the SEO and the algorithm with this because I saw it.
But he's look. All you see is his right side on the majority of his pictures, except for that one.
Well,
Look
even
at all
his
those
younger
pictures
stuff.
there.
This is a later thing in his life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Look, all you got to do. That's what. Come on, man,
Look at this right here.
dude. It is incredible.
Like a normal
gotta be a
part's
toupee.
like right here.
You
But his is down.
You think it's a toupee, or did he
From
get?
this angle, that looks like a toupee to me.
Or did he get like that? Did he go over to Turkey and get that fake hair that they put in?
Ooh, my buddy was talking about this today. He's been sometime Turkey. He's a fellow that's a bald guy. He goes, I'm gonna get my hair put back in.
Yeah. Let
That
me
is authentic.
Shout out
Turkish
Adam.
camel.
hold on. Let me show RussFactor this picture I took when
Oh,
he
did
was
you get
on
a
stage.
selfie with him?
No, I did, but I mean you can't see his hair part. But look,
Oh my God! Holy shit! Let me grab that. Let me see if I can just. Look at that.
Oh,
like it's
that
blurry
is,
as shit, but you can even tell. Like it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a bald part.
Dude, it was wild.
I was gonna say bald spot, but it's a bald part.
And then when I met him, like before the deal, I was like,
Wow.
it was wild. And then that's all I could stare at the whole
That's
time
a
he was
weird
talking.
spot for your hair to go bald.
I think that's why I think that's, I don't know. I don't know how they work in Turkey, but do they have like the little cap basically?
They have to
And
because
they-
he has to be like Jean-Luc Picard, and then they sorted his shit out, and then he's a huge comb over. Because look at the other side of his head here; it's like huge comb over. The hair that connects here is like this fucking long.
That's why they're saying, come on, man.
Wow, that's insane.
That's some Lyle Menendez toupee shit going on right there.
Right. Meow.
Wow.
Oh, I'm looking at this here. So the hair transplant surgical procedure that restores hair growth by removing hair
Hair
follicles
growth.
from
I like
the
that.
donor area to a recipient area. Direct hair plant. Ooh. I've watched a bunch of TikToks. I've watched enough TikToks to know
Yeah.
that they do like each hair follicle, they do like a skin graft or a hair graft or whatever they call it.
Sounds lengthy.
Looks painful.
You're like in there for like what 6-7 hours, probably 8 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I'm losing my hair gracefully. You know?
See, I'm
I'm-
not. I luckily got the genes on both sides of my family. We don't lose our hair. Fuck you all.
I got the weirdest bald spot on the top of my head. It looks
Every-
like I'm wearing a flesh-colored yarmulke.
do you paint your bald spot?
90% of people I know are going bald, and I do not paint my bald spot. My hair grows, sir.
Do you remember
My hair
that?
Grows.
My hair grows.
hair grows.
You remember that? What was that from? You paint
You
your
want to
bald
hear
spot?
it? You want to hear it?
You paint your bald spot? Was that Larry King?
Yeah.
My hair grows. My hair grows. You paint your bald spot? My hair grows.
All right, here we go. This is a classic right here. Classic.
I just noticed something that in one of your interviews with John Candy, I believe, it looked like an older interview, you had less hair than you have today. How do you explain that?
I don't wear a wig, sir.
Paint your bald spot?
What bald spot?
You paint your bald spot?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. My hair grows.
You paint your bald spot.
I don't have a bald spot.
How come you had less hair on the tape?
Maybe my hair grew. Maybe I had a bad haircut that day.
You
By
paint,
the way, something. What do you care?
By the way, something.
paint your bald spot?
I don't. Do you paint your bald spot?
Paint your bald spot?
And if we play that one, we have to play this one.
I'm a student of print journalism, and I just wanted to know, what advice do you have for young people coming up into the field? Like, a lot of
Journalism.
professors are telling us how hard it is to get into the field at first. I'd just like to know, since you're in the field, do you have any advice on that? For instance, experience, is that important?
Uh-huh. Sure.
Is that probably the most important element?
Well, it's way up there.
It's way up there. Anything else? Anything you could do?
Pressure under fire.
Mm-hmm.
Done this before. I don't want it to be his first surgery.
Okay.
Applied himself well.
Mm-hmm.
These are things I'd have confidence in a young MD.
Okay. I'm talking about journalism field.
I'm lost. What do you mean?
The journalism, like, I'm a student of journalism at a college, and I was just wondering the most important aspect of getting into journalism, not the medical field. I think you're exhausted from 30 nights.
I am exhausted from 30 nights. No person, even those of us who are superhuman, those of us with Herculean appetites for the diverse and the bizarre, even those of us who have shown an aptitude to
One of my
fight
favorite
the good
quotes
fight
in the
and
world is
stay
coming
the good
up.
long battle.
Life
even
is
those
a
of
breeze.
us can get tired, and your boy is tired after 30 consecutive nights. I have a half hour to go, and I'm going to do that half hour because I'm a pro. That's what pros do. I'm a professional. Look it up in the book.
Okay.
That's what we do. We're pros. We're never rude. We don't cop out. We don't tell you that we're ill or that we're looking for the farmhouse in the middle of the desert or that we're parched. We don't tell you that maybe the check didn't come through this month and where the hell does it go anyway if you're a guy who's left 16 forwarding addresses.
Okay.
So what do? What is the answer? Yeah, you're a little perturbed now. Kind of worried about the club.
The club.
Don't worry about the club. Worry about maybe Jackie might worry.
Nah,
Now.
never mind.
Okay, just cool it. Life is a breeze. Of course, some breezes, as you know, are 110 miles an hour and get promoted up to hurricanes. I just thought I'd pass that along. Speaking of pass it along,
I mean,
pass along.
I know you got about.
The mutual newsroom.
If he had
High
to,
atop
he
the overlooking
prior.
downtown, beautiful downtown studios.
All right, yeah. But prior to his TV show, he was a radio guy, as you
Yeah.
know.
He
So
was on from like fucking midnight to 4 a.m.
It's what I listened to before we must have got our Art Bell syndicated.
Yeah.
And he'd always just get tanked. And then he'd go, I'm going to go down to my old pal at Duke's place to see if he can see Larry King Duke's place. And I bet they just used to get bombed with his good old buddy, Duke. I'm going to go to Duke's place. Oh, it's got to have it. Oh, we don't have it.
No, I've heard the clips of the time about going down to Duke's place.
I'm gonna go. He'd sing it to Duke's place. I don't know. We can't find it. Did you ever listen to Larry King, Fleshy P?
Never listened. I always watch Larry King live, though.
Oh, before that, he was a radio guy on the AM
Yeah,
radio,
no,
syndicated
never-
like a motherfucker on like 200 stations on AM.
Yeah. Don't recall. Up here we had Paul Harvey. Good day.
A good day.
The rest of the story.
And now, the rest of the story. And now, the rest. If I...
And now you know
The
the
rest.
rest of the story.
This is a bit, but
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand
Paul
by
Harvey.
for news. On Cullen Lane, Jacksonville, Florida, Chuck Buick finally gave up. Chuck enjoys marijuana, so he decided to accept Paul Harvey's suggestion. He gave up. He went to the phone. He called me. He ordered a bong. Bong, that's a pipe used to smoke marijuana. I want you to hear this carefully because you're thinking about a Valentine's Day present for somebody you love very much. Quote, my marijuana bong arrived Saturday, and after I opened the box, I was in shock. My eyes were locked open wide. My whole house was now a concert hall. I went to the washroom, and even from there, it sounded like a real live lady singing right outside the door. Quote,
yeah, but he used to sell you that mattress every time he got on the air, and if you didn't like it, he'd take it back in 30 days.
Yeah.
This is Paul Harvey.
And the rest of the story.
Good day.
And didn't he have that one thing that's, if I was the devil? And then basically everybody said that he predicted the future.
Hi, I'm Paul Harvey, and if I was the devil.
Yep.
And now, to the rest of the story.
They don't make them like that anymore.
They don't.
No.
Because they don't have radio like they used to.
Not at all.
No.
I'd watch TV till my mom and dad made me go to the bed.
And then you just pop the headphones
And then-
on and listen to the radio.
Yeah,
on
all
your
night.
On your Walkman.
It was either Larry King or and then it was Art Bell.
Yeah, I was a little later, so I was Art Bell. We had syndicated from JFK Sports Junkies for a little while.
Yeah.
Scott Farrell. Listen to him talk sports at night. And Lou's Jukebox. Hey, it's Scott Farrell. What's going on? What's going on? It's the Scotty Farrell Show.
Scott Farrell, shake it up.
Yeah.
Shake it up, shake it up.
My favorite Art Bells were the call-ins. Those were the best.
Oh, my God.
And man, he used to get so pissed off. Turn your radio off, sir.
Turn your radio off, sir.
He even had a guest he was interviewing, Travis Walton. from that
No. I'm not
famous-
going to let you continue until you turn your radio off, sir.
What were you saying, Fleshy?
Sorry. I had to interrupt him like Art Bell.
He was interviewing Travis Walton. Travis Walton called in on his show, and if you're not familiar with Travis Walton, he's a famous alien abductee guy. And anyways, I think he's from Snowflake. Isn't that around you guys? Snowflake,
Missouri?
Arizona, yeah, that's one of those scary towns that you don't really want to get stuck in after dark. 'Cause,
Yeah.
the cults.
But he was interviewing him, and about 5 minutes in, he's like, Travis, I gotta stop you for a second. Are you calling on a landline?
That's the best place to call from, though.
Midnight.
But Travis Gottabe's like, yes, I am. I am not using a cell phone.
Yep. Are you calling
Oh,
from
okay.
a landline?
That's what I thought. I was just checking. Yeah, I'm having a bad connection here, but carrying on. It's like, you tell him, Art.
I mean, when you think about it, and you think about the amount of hours that dude was on the air, it's amazing that he had something to talk about
All the
every
time.
single night, and there was very
Every
little dead air.
Yep.
Probably the most dead air I ever heard when his dear Ramona passed away.
Yes. And his shows were 3-4 hours long.
Yeah, it was
if not longer some nights.
It was midnight to 4, and then what they would do in Wichita is they'd replay the first
Till
hour
6
from 4 to
a.m.,
5
yeah,
or 4 to
5.
6.
Yeah.
Man, those were the days.
And then he had like weekend shows too.
Yeah, and then George Norrie came in and he subbed, and George Norrie just
And then they had a falling out when he got ousted from the whole deal in
Yeah.
the network. So
with-
Art Bell was not a fan of George Norrie.
no, because George
No.
Norrie like basically talked shit about him and said that Art Bell has completely lost it and the crowd is gone.
And then tried to do the same gimmick but with writers, and it was
Right.
all just garbage radio.
Yeah, from the high desert or wherever you.
I feel like that dude's probably still doing it.
George Norrie.
Yeah.
George Norrie is still on.
Yeah.
He's still going with Coast to Coast
Have you ever seen?
AM.
Have you ever seen a picture of George Norrie?
Yeah,
Yes.
we have. Do you want to show the audience?
Yeah, George Norrie. For those of you that don't have any idea who he is, took over for Art Bell. Stole it. He was from St. Louis, I think, or Detroit or something. I can't remember. No.
fella.
Yeah, that one right there. That's a good one. George Norrie.
I'm George Norrie.
There you go. I like that one.
Leather jacket. I just think it's weird that he just kind of came in and just swept the rug from underneath Art Bell.
Well,
he used to sub in.
It was the whole Premier Radio Networks.
Right.
that
He probably got him for cheaper.
He was a lot easier to work with than Art Bell. Art Bell knew what he had, and he had a little too much control. So when Premier found George Norrie, and Art needed some time off for personal things and health, this was a quick out for them. Was to just get him on it. But yeah, George Norrie was a company man.
Did you ever, speaking of guys that were always wanting bigger contracts, did you ever, back when Howard Stern was good, did you ever listen to Riley Martin?
Yeah.
Riley Martin, speaking of, he'd have a piss jug.
Yeah.
Where his little, what was that guy's name that used to do the show with him that would always, God, what was the guy's name?
Oh, his producer,
little
so to
sidekick.
speak, yeah.
Riley, I got your piss jug. Your piss jug is ready.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, dear Tangent Wah.
Oh, the tangent. The alien spoke to me. He died. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah, he died like 10 years ago, I think. Oh,
I think more
Riley.
than that, yeah, but yeah.
Riley Martin. Oh, Jin Tangent Wah.
Fuck Howard.
Yeah, fuck you, Howard Stern.
Fuck you, Howard Stern.
Pay me my bitch ass money.
Give me my money.
I sit here. What was the guy's name? Search Howard Stern or Riley Martin's sidekick. I sit here with Lawrence or whatever his name is. He gets my jugs ready, and then I come up here. He gets my Coors Lights. I have about 14 or 15. Riley Martin.
I don't think we're going to find the answer.
Oh,
to
Riley
this.
Martin, Howard Stern, dude. Riley Martin, Howard Stern. And everybody hated him, and I loved watching him.
He was the producer. I don't think we're going to find
Dead at 69,
the name
2015.
the name of this, no matter what I search.
God, what was his name? That's gonna bug me. But I like grew up with radio. Radio was theater of the mind. It made you be creative.
Yep.
It made you be.
We got in on the tail end of it too. Like that's what you don't. I mean, you didn't realize it, but we don't think about it from that perspective a lot. Is we were in on radio in Wichita, Kansas, on literally the last bastion of this shit.
I got abducted in the St. Francis River in Arkansas. The Bavian alien Oquan Tangent Wall. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I had
Oquan Tangent Wall all day long.
2015 is when he died.
Yeah.
And the aliens told me about 144,000 symbols. I've got 3 of them for sale on my website, RileyMartin.com.
Riley, we sold out of them, but we got 7 ounces of the piss jug.
Okay, thank you. Just play just 30 seconds of him up top.
That's fun.
Yeah, just
Martin was the best.
FF.
He had the.
Oh, that's
the Big Bird. No, they're doing that's the best of. Go up, yeah.
Riley
but just
Martin
turn
was
it
the
down
best.
so we don't hear Howard. There we go. Just fast forward to when he talks. Open tangent wa. Now
it would seem that I have a genetic trait that's a holdup from their first mixing with the Elohim or with man.
I see, and they mated with humans.
They first made it with the when they found that they could not get home nor clone themselves.
Right. He's a true character, and I was actually fascinated not only by him but by
Howard Stern is terrible now.
Absolutely.
You want to talk about somebody that was absolutely... Has there ever been a bigger fall from bigger star?
Remember when he used to just fucking run Don Imus to the ringer?
Yeah.
He's everything he used to say about
Don Imus. He's turned into
Imus.
Don Imus. He has.
But he's not. Don Imus, I respect Don Imus more than I do Howard Stern at this point.
The only thing that Howard Stern is different from Don Imus is Howard hasn't worn a cowboy hat yet.
Yeah.
And that's coming. And his Deidre.
You think he's gonna buy a ranch for
Beth
for sick kids?
Beth is a Deidre. What was when Riley talks? Turn it up. He's Open Tangent Wa. Go all the way to the end. That looked like it was the most popular.
Flexible legs, and it danced like a cork on water.
Now, why do you think they came to you? Did you ever ask the aliens this?
It has something to do. The Biavians.
The
Biavians.
Yeah.
The Biavians?
They are Biavians. They rarely abduct people at random. They have a purpose. It would seem that I have a genetic trait that's a holdup from their first mixing with the Elohim or with man about 42,000 years ago in northern Africa.
Now, let me get this story
So you
straight.
have some alien genes.
You could possibly be alien.
Well, so does millions of other human beings.
I believe you are an alien. What do you think of that?
Millions.
So what you're saying is the Biavians came here and they mated millions of years ago with man.
Not millions of years ago.
Well,
42,000 years ago.
42,000 years ago.
They fell on an island about 100 nautical miles north of what we now call Libya.
I see, and they mated with humans.
They first mated with the when they found that they could
I forgot
not get
that he had
home
that
nor
little
clone
tick where he goes.
themselves.
Right. Have you ever had
Open Tangent Wa.
1964.
You did.
Yeah.
Don Imus had a kid who was Wyatt, so we're gonna go see what Wyatt's gonna go over here with a Deirdre. All these people have absolutely no idea what we're talking about. All right, we should probably just end it right, Mia. Thank you so much, RussFactor, for hosting Fleshy P. Greatly appreciate you.
Just for people who don't think we're in the same room.
There he is. We will see you. Fleshy P, any final words?
Any final words of wisdom?
Yeah, like anything for your beautiful wife, Deirdre, and your kid, Wyatt.
She is out right now mating with the aliens.
Don't call him nappy-headed host.
Yeah.
Please.
I forgot that's what Don Imus got in trouble with.
I'm sorry that I did that.
No words
Bernard!
from this guy. If you want wise words, you have to go see a wise man, and that I am not. But until next time.
All right, thank you so much. Be sure to follow RussFactor Show on all platforms. RussFactor will be doing a show Friday. So check that out Friday on Twitch.tv and YouTube and all the fixins.
All fixins.
I'm not going to clean up your fixins, RussFactor.
There you go.
Next week we'll be back with another show on Three Guys One Pod.
You'll be 1,000 and 1,200 miles away like normal.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Your face will be all washed out because you don't know how to set up all the lights because you don't have any left because you keep breaking them.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so until next week, we bid you adieu. Oh, Jin Tan Jin Wa.
Shut up, Bernard.
Whack, whack.